and welcome to another week where I learn about leverage trading. As I said in the previous weeks, this is just me showing how I would go about learning a market that I haven't learned before. After spending 7 years in crypto, doing trading and investing in other ways, I'm entering the leverage space and trying to understand how to do it effectively. I initially entered with under $80 and have been gradually adding $100 a week. Now, currently sitting at a $387 account value, and continue to make these videos each week to show my progress along this journey of learning, how I'm slowly, methodically doing my learning experience, not going to go YOLO into things, not going to risk money that makes absolutely no sense without the experience, and just going to learn as much as possible and show people my journey. All right, so we can see last week we ended off on the 5th, rough day. Let's zoom out to the 4-hour chart here. So after the market dipped, I hadn't done anything for a few days going into that market dip. I was sitting entirely in cash. Just didn't want to make any more trades, so I waited patiently. Sometimes waiting is the best decision you can possibly make. Trading, I found, takes lots of patience, especially if you're going to do longer time frames. You really got to be patient. But even in lower time frames, it's like patience versus emotions. Okay, so here's a purchase on August 5th. I did this buy. I've also bought this candle here on August 5th, and I started trying to build up a position here. My initial purchase actually sold here on this candle before it was able to continue going up, and I was able to re-enter. Unfortunately, I got stopped out on this initial purchase. My initial purchase was around 51,000, I believe, and you can see this wick went down pretty far, further than what I was expecting at the time, and it sold. And then when we started going back up again, I found somewhere to re-enter and continued on. Then I started building all this position here, sold a little here, and bought some more, and then continued on. Most of the week I held the same position, trying to take profit along the way. I was using these Fibonacci levels, of which many are actually turned off on the chart right now because we are above that range. But if you look further up here, you can see different Fibonacci levels that are created from different aspects of the chart that I have turned on, and I'm using those as different levels, both on the 4-hour and the 1-hour chart. This level here is actually from, if you look, all the way back in 2021. That was the peak, and we hung out around there a little bit this week, and we also went down to this level down here. I'm waiting for my limit order to trigger. I have a limit order, so I have been using the log chart. Sorry, the log chart got turned off. So I was trading mostly this level here, this 0.5 level, and right now waiting for it to come down to this 0.382 level that we never really retested. And I was skeptical whether or not we would keep going up before testing this structure. So you can see we really struggled here. 1, 2, 3, 4-hour candles. The fourth 4-hour candle ended up breaking out, and then we just took off and we never turned it into support. I believe the most likely outcome right now is that we're coming back here to make this support and then continue on as we have this structure of correction. And I was able to sell and buy at this level. And let's look more at the profit of the trade this week. So if we look at this week, this is this month. Let's look at the actual trade details of the trades I made this week. So this week, starting on the 5th, I made 2 trades that were both small losses, both under $2. I'm trying to maintain not really losing too much on these errors, these bad trades. I fully expect them to happen. This is just part of doing trading, but you don't want to lose everything when you're wrong. That was something I learned very early on. Just trading spot is don't lose too much. Okay, then after that, you look at the 8th, and after that, it was just all wins, closing each one of these trades up, and you can see all the fees. And over here, you can see the average entry prices and exit prices that were occurring right around this 55 level. This whole part here was basically one position that I was slowly changing the amount of leverage. I was trying not to go with so much leverage as I was before. I want to wait until we get above the daily moving averages before I take on as much leverage as I had originally been taking on. And just right now, using just up to 2x leverage as we're above the 4 hours, and taking a full normal size position above the 1 hour with derivatives. So slowly doing that, trying this strategy this week, see where it goes, seeing that I can get out of a position quickly. It generally goes bad pretty quickly if I'm wrong, and having a smaller position size, and then having a continuously growing position size as we go into a longer term trend so that it can ride that out. That is the idea, although much easier said than done. Right now it's sitting at 20% loss. 3 wins, 12 losses. Very terrible. A lot of room to work on that. And you can see at one point I was doing ETH perpetuals. I stopped doing that. I'm only doing BTC right now. I probably will do other things in the future once I build up more capital and find opportunities to slowly enter into other things. But right now, I'm just going to focus on one chart with Bitcoin and see where it goes from there. I think that's all for this week. And message me in the comments. Please like the video and subscribe. Looking forward to doing more of these videos and just tracking my journey of leverage trading and how it's going.